All right, good morning. This is Patrick Kalmerton, and we are visiting with Suzie Kenner from the Devil's Lake Tourism out in North Dakota. And obviously, you are watching this as a report. So, going back to every other week or so, what we want to do is we want to highlight the community, what's happening in the community, just kind of a recap of important things that has happened, things that are going to benefit you as a city community, but also up and coming. So last week we were out in Devil's Lake and we were waterfowl hunting, being ducks and geese. We were pheasant hunting. We were shore fishing. All that was put out as far as the blog and the fishing report last week. So you can always go back to the website and look at all the blogs and everything else. But this week we want to talk about the ribbon cutting over at the Amtrak station, and
Yes.
we were there for that. Susie, why don't you tell us a little bit about that, or tell people what it is?
Yeah. It was kind of a quick spur of the moment to get you guys there, but we broke ground or ribbons, I should say, on our new remodeled Amtrak station. I think they said they put $13 million into our particular project to enhance all of the amenities outside of the station as you're getting on and off the train. So there's new lighting, there's new ADA compliant ramps, there's new sidewalks and everything that you need leading up to the building and into the parking lot to make everything a lot safer and easier for people to use. So really excited about those enhancements. The Amtrak train comes through almost daily from the west and the east, and you can take it all the way from Seattle to Chicago. So we happen to be on that line. So it's a great way to get in and out of Devil's Lake if you need to.
So that's pretty awesome. And I know that in the past they used to have the Perch Patrol that came through, and you could hit the Amtrak's and come out to the area. That's not dead. You can still do that, right?
You can. There are still some resorts or different hotels that will come and pick you up and take you back to the train station. We are working with one of the local car dealers for a drop box, hopefully here before this winter, so it's easier to rent a car when you're here as well. So there's just different ways that you can get to and from the station. So it is still a good way, especially in those winter months if you want to come for ice fishing.
Hmm.
It used to be where you got off the train at like 7 o'clock in the morning and they picked you up and you went out on a day of fishing. And then with the big oil boom that we had here in North Dakota, it made the train late. And a lot of times it was really late. So it still can be times where it's not on time. So we always like to say, even if you are coming in at 7 o'clock that morning, go find something else to do for the day and then do your guided fishing trips on the next couple of days
There's a
just
lot.
to make sure on time.
There's a lot of things to do in town. So I mean, there you have it. Plan on a day ahead of time, explore the area, go out and look at a lot of different things. There's activity centers in town. There's bars. There's breweries. There's golf courses. If you're not coming during the winter, because obviously, if you are just looking for a new adventure to go out to Devil's Lake and not have to drive from Chicago area, from Wisconsin, from the East Coast, wherever, or the West Coast, excuse me. All of that is now, it's always has been an option, but the fact that they redid the entire station, it is beautiful. It was pretty awesome. But
Yeah. There's also, if you're coming in the wintertime, the DIY, the East Bay Campground or Woodland Resort, you can even just rent an ice house for the day. And then you can rent the equipment as well. So even if you're not, if you know you're coming in that day, but you don't want to set it with a guide service, you still have that option to do a DIY for that day as well instead.
what if people are coming out pheasant hunting or waterfowl hunting? Is that still an option? Can they? Please excuse my not knowing, right? But can you take a shotgun on the Amtrak? How does that work? Do you know? I don't know. Okay, so don't
Right.
I guess look into no. That's fine, but it's something that matter of fact we'll
I would
find out. We'll find out and we'll put it in the blog because I think that it's an important thing for us to know.
Well, and you've got the carry-on luggage on Amtrak and you have the checked luggage on Amtrak. I do know, and the check luggage goes underneath. So I'm assuming you can, but you have to do everything that you would if you're flying through an airport, and it would be a checked
Okay.
to
Yeah,
make it to your
and for
destination.
for the blog, we'll make sure that we know logistics. But you have the ice fishing thing coming up in the end of January as well. That would be a pretty fun trip for anybody and everybody that is, going out with a couple of different people or family or whatnot, just to almost a winter wonderland winter express. That would be kind of cool.
Yep, exactly. We have the ice fishing tournament at the end of January. Unfortunately, the one bad thing with that is you have to buy a ticket for it. And those usually go on sale in October. However, there's a lot of people that buy those tickets because it's also a raffle. And so you can always find somebody locally in the area that'll let you use their ticket because they're not going to be ice fishing for the day because they have on ice and off the ice prizes for that.
Oh, so
We usually get anywhere from 3,500 to 5,000 people.
that's awesome. That's
Mhm.
awesome. If nothing else, they also have something on Thursday night, like a fireman's dance and all
We
that
do.
other good stuff, right?
Yep.
So even if
Yep.
you come to town and you can't
Uh-huh.
find yourself a ticket, you can always either go out on your own and fish Devil's Lake, and or hire one of the guides out in the area to be able to put you on a bite out in that area that time of year.
Yep,
So
exactly. It's always just a fun weekend to be here. There's a ton of people around, a lot of activity going on in the evenings, and then it's fun to watch the raffle as well.
very
We have a
cool.
chili feed. Feeds.
Yeah, that's a while off. So that's often in the distance. I'm sure that we'll talk about that again. But let's get into the what's going on this Wednesday. Is it this Wednesday that there's a big event going on for you?
It is this Wednesday. It's our 99th annual celebration of business awards ceremony, and it's our annual meeting for the Chamber of Commerce. So we're really excited to get out and just talk about everything that we've been doing in the community this past year. We give away some great awards, and then it's just a celebration of all of our partners through our Chamber of Commerce. We probably have about 900 jobs in the area that are tied to tourism. And so a lot of our businesses that are members are in the tourism industry as well. So it's just great to get everybody together and highlight them and thank them for everything that they do for our community, hosting people coming into town.
So that's Wednesday night on the 22nd of October, correct?
Yes.
And
Yep.
and it's what, 4:30 to 7:30 if I'm not mistaken.
How about that? We have a social from 4:30 to 5:30, and then our actual award ceremony and our guest speaker is at 5:30. And usually it lasts probably about an hour, maybe a little bit longer. This year we have a guest speaker coming back for the year. It's our North Dakota Commerce Commissioner, Chris Shilkin, who is coming to talk about statewide initiatives, but really what relates to our region. And if a little bit of backstory on Chris, he actually started his career here in Devils Lake as our economic developer. So we worked closely together for about 5 years or so until he moved on. So it'll be fun to have him back.
That's incredible. And that's over at the Elks Lodge.
Elk Lodge. Yep.
Okay. And
Um,
that's what, 1216, something like that? Is that the
I,
address?
I think that's the number. It's right on Highway 2, on the west side. On Highway 2, you'll see the big elk outside. So
Oh,
come
gotcha.
on in.
So it's easy
Yep.
to find.
It is easy to find.
Perfect. Anything else that you want to add for this week's report, Susie?
No, really just want everybody to mark their calendars. We have a lot of Halloween activities. If you happen to be here over Halloween with some kids, I know that's on a Friday night. We have a big downtown event going on. And then on November 18th, it's our holiday showcase. All of our businesses to get together downtown, and they highlight just their different products and services for the area. And we have a ton of giveaways for that. And then we have our big tree lighting ceremony on November 21st, which is a Friday night. So more information will be coming out for that, but just want to tell everybody in case they're going to be in town during that time frame to check it out.
So circle the 18th, the 21st of November, and many other things that are coming up, and we'll have different reports in the blogs and everything else. But yeah, we just
Yes.
wanted to jump on. I know that we're going to be doing fishing reports every other week and community reports like this on the weeks that we're not doing the fishing report. So check back, check often, and keep up to date to Devil's Lake and what the things that are happening in that area.